It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished you well. You can see at the end that you love the melody there. And now the young and sure about another run the chapel of hell. C'est la vie, say the old folks. Don't you show you never can tell me. It was a furnished apartment with a two-room to sell. The Kool-Aid was grand, with the tea and the tangerine. Until you found work, the little money couldn't have worked out well. C'est la vie, say the old folks. Don't you show you never can tell.
Sports fans! I'm here to bring you the truth.
I'm telling you, I'm excited to be here. We've got some great show for you tonight.
That's right.
But before we get started, as we always do, let me start off by introducing our host, the Rev over here on the end, to bring you the truth.
Gonna bring you the truth, baby. You ready?
Yeah, you got the truth.
Hey, I got the truth. It's gonna be the truth.
Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty much on all year long. Yeah.
Ain't nobody been closer than me.
Yeah, we'll chit-chat about that here in just a little bit, I'm sure.
How about your boy LeBron James? Where he at?
Yeah.
Don't start, Rev. Don't start, Rev. That's what I tell you.
Overrated, okay.
Overrated.
And right next to him, of course, is our guy with the solid stats as he eats it every week, Dorian Bell.
What's up, man? The baby of the world. Everybody loves a baby. What's poppin'? What's going on?
Yeah.
In the building tonight.
Yeah, well, you got some great stats, but we got a great
I'm excited, man. Listen, let me tell you something. You're talking about an all-star. You're talking about a guy that's just a Hall of Famer in the state of Delaware. A guy that's traveled the world playing basketball, played in the NBA. I mean, a role model to so many youngins, man. A great guy, man. AJ English is in the building.
It don't get no better.
Also,
he played on the best high school team of all time.
Heard about that.
Oh, man.
Right. Was you on that team?
I was on that team.
Okay. I can't wait to get him up here to talk about that.
Now I know why he talks so much of it, because he was on a team he was like LeBron James. He just had to be with good players.
That's right.
And next to me, of course,
Are they good or did I make them good? What came first?
My good friend, as he is, formerly of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters, Mr. Joe Richmond. Yeah, and I'm excited to have you, as I do each and every week. Let me get it out there real quick, because now they can, they can go down and practice with you on Saturdays. They can come here on Mondays, but they can hear you on radio on Sundays.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
you know, one thing I'm just excited about is the opportunity to be out here to serve the community. And I tell you, sports fans was not just a game changers. We're out in the community. So just tune into us. Come on, get on their Facebook, get on their website, see the TV show. Sports fans, we're in the building, and I'm in the zone every Sunday from 12 to 2 and Daily Grind Radio. So come on out and support me. We're having a lot of fun on the radio, a lot of fun right here on the TV. We got the kids on Saturday. We got the basketball clinic with the 87ers on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, but we got something big coming up too. I want to get in here. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Tim Qualls, and I'm going to bring your attention to I Am Focused, the finest. Tell me about this game, guys.
Well, Rev already told us about it on The Truth. If you seen The Truth last week, Rev told you something that I can't wait to see. Who you dunking on, Rev? I'm dunking on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoever steps up, let somebody step up, they gonna get dunked on. So this Saturday, July 8th, from 1 to 6, Newark High School. Come on out. We got the Street Ball All-Stars coming out. We got a great guest in here, AJ English. I'm hoping AJ come through and shoot that three-point shooting contest. We got the Dr. Dish is going to be the rapid fire shooting contest, and it's for a great cause. Best buddies. Best buddies. It don't get no better than that. That's right. So come on out, July 8th. And guess what? Before we leave today, what we gonna give away? 2 tickets?
We give away 2 tickets. Let's give away 3 tickets.
3 tickets? Oh, we're going to give away 3 tickets to the loudest fan in the building tonight. We're the sports fans. Make some noise!
When you're talking about that, because I want to be sure people understand, it's at Newark High School, and it starts at 1 o'clock and goes.
Because the pregame at 1 o'clock, the doors open at 1, the pregame starts at 2. We got, we got the girls right here in Delaware, 9th grade girls. We got the Philly team coming out, 9th grade girls. The game right after that, around 3:15. We got 16U boys, South Jersey coming out. Philly 16U, the Bulldogs coming out. And then the main event. I got a special guest for you.
Okay.
She's gonna be in the building. My girl, Mrs. Finney, she's gonna be performing lyrical math. Wait, Google it. It's gonna be crazy. A lot of fun.
The national anthem.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna let that be a guest.
Okay.
They're gonna have to go to the show. They're gonna get the tickets. Come on, yes. Just like it's gonna be a surprise. Who Rev Dunk on?
Who Rev Dunk on? Rev Dunk on somebody, baby.
But Rev, before we get into that, how you gonna dunk on? What kind of sneakers you gonna wear to dunk on them like that?
He gonna have on them LeBrons.
LeBron James makes a good pair of sneakers.
Yo, man.
I ain't too sure I'm gonna have LeBrons on. I don't know who I'm gonna break out in. I might bring back the old Air. I might put on the old red, black, and white Air.
Oh, now that's taking it back.
Jump back in the time machine, baby.
Wait, when you're talking about that, though, he's overrated, but his shoes are not.
Quality shoes.
Yeah, because you knows a lot, I know that. But let me remind you, we're here at Game Changers every Monday night starting at 7 o'clock. You're welcome to come on down. We get on Facebook somewhere right around that time well, a little bit earlier. And we want to thank, of course, our band. We didn't say hi to them.
This is the Black Mama.
That's right.
Man, give it up for him.
And you come on down and join us down here. But we also want to thank our main sponsors.
Auto Team Delaware, man. Cadillac's been there 100 years.
Wow.
Incredible, man. Listen, go down there and see April over at Subaru. Delaware Subaru right there on Pennsylvania Avenue. She'll take care of you. Go see them guys over there at Kia. They'll take care of you there. And of course, Cadillac, man. Used car, new car. Listen, we'll take care of you over there. They're all going to take care of you. Great people. They treat you like family. Auto Team Delaware. Go on.
Right there on Pennsylvania Avenue. And we thank them so much for their sponsorship. In fact, we're going to take a quick break and hear from them right now. When we come back, you don't want to go anywhere because we got Mr. AJ English coming up and chit-chatting with him. I mean, what a legend, guys. What a legend.
Don't get no better.
Did he play here in Delaware?
Yes,
Oh, yeah. Howard, man. You know, he's an all-star.
Name no
HCC,
everywhere.
baby. HCC.
Where'd he go to college?
Virginia Union.
Virginia Union.
Yes.
And he scored all kind of points over there, too.
Bad boy.
Long ball shooter.
Bad boy. And he played when it were the Washington Bullets.
That's right.
Now they're the Washington Wizards.
They changed the name because of them. They changed the name.
Yeah.
So,
Goes to
we'll
the
talk
Wizards.
about that.
We're going to have him up here. We're going to chit-chat with him, but you don't want to go anywhere because we're going to be right back with more
Sports Fans!
Here to bring you the truth.
Sports fans, I'm down here at Kia Wilmington talking to my main man, Larry Price. Larry, good to see you, man.
Good. How are you today?
Good, man. I can't complain. Listen, I want to talk a little bit about Kia, talk a little bit about the product and where you guys came from, man. I remember at one point, people talk about Kia, they didn't necessarily want to buy one. Tell me some of the things that changed.
Well, Kia's been a long journey. Starting back in 1994, when we only had the Sportage and the Sophia. It was a car in the market that really everybody felt was a little cheap. But today, I tell you what, we can compete on every market segment of every vehicle car, all the way up to the Cadenza, the K900, which can compete with a BMW 7 Series.
These cars look good.
Also, you have the Sedona for the van person. You have a Sportage, which is in the middle of the SUV. And then, of course, we have our Sorento with a third row seat. V6, we have a 4-cylinder with gasoline direct injection. All of these vehicles will get you good gas mileage, up to 30 miles a gallon.
Nice. Kia has one of the longest warranty in the industry. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, our warranty is the best. It pretty much doubles everybody with the exception of Hyundai, which is a cousin.
Okay.
Now, that warranty gives you 5 years, 60,000 miles compared to everybody's 3-year 36.
Wow.
5 year 60 comprehensive bumper to bumper. Plus, you get the 10-year 100,000 miles engine and powertrain. That gives you a very long time while you're paying for your car to be covered with no hassles.
Hey man, that's awesome stuff. You guys got a good reputation. I talk about you all the time on Sports Fans. Give me an idea of what a customer can expect when he comes in to see you.
Well, I've got to say, I've been here since they opened this Kia store in 2009. I want to say that one of the things that we do here in Kia Wilmington is we do everything that we do for our Cadillac store and our Subaru store. What we'll do for the busy customer who has to get service, we'll give them a loaner car.
Nice.
And if you have a major problem, we'll do a drop-off and pickup. Not to mention, we try to treat everybody here like they're at home. We have a nice waiting area. We try to give you complimentary drinks.
Where are we located again?
1606 Pennsylvania Avenue.
1606 Pennsylvania Avenue. Come see my man Larry Price at Kia Wilmington. Sports Fans.
Game Changers, located on Route 40 in Newark in Elizabeth Plaza, is one of the only crab houses in the area. Now with a brand new patio for outside dining for many seafood dishes, featuring the best crab cakes in town, to shrimp, clams, oysters, crabs, you name it. Happy hours from 11 to 6 with a $5 menu. And you can get $1 colossal shrimp, $1 fried oysters, and all you can eat crabs when available. Plus, Bud and Corona Light draft specials all day long. Game Changers. Come down and see us.
Sports fans, what's up? I told you I was coming down here to Delaware Subaru. I came down and I met my main man, Dave Stanton.
What's up, Dorian? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Excellent.
Listen, I see why you guys are rated #1.
Thank you, man.
Came down here, you guys treated me like family. I appreciate that.
Well, that's what we want to do. We want everybody to feel like family, and we want to send them home in a great car.
What kind of models do you guys offer down here?
We got the IMPREZA, which is our small sedan, also in a 5-door.
Nice.
We got our CROSSTREK, which is our small crossover. Then we have our legacy sedan, OUTBACK. Everybody knows about the OUTBAck. You also have the Forester, which is our bigger SUV. And then the WRX, our sports car. Now, the really cool thing is every car is standard all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. Now, what do you mean by all-wheel drive?
So all-wheel drive means every wheel has power going to it. And that's different than a lot of other manufacturers' all-wheel drive. Their all-wheel drive is reactionary. So something has to slip before it works. Where ours, it's already on. All power going to all 4 wheels.
That's incredible. So I guess in harsh weather conditions or something like that, all-wheel drive will probably be amazing.
Absolutely. It also reacts faster. So that split second might be the difference between you getting out of the way or hitting something.
You guys got a very good reputation. What separates you from these other Subaru dealerships that's close and nearby?
Well, one of the main things is our service department. We got a top-rated service department, and also our customer service satisfaction ratings are very high in sales, actually #1 in the area. And I get a lot of my people from service come over and buy cars just because of how great our service department is. We offer loaner cars.
Nice.
So if you buy your car here, you need a loaner car, but give it one.
When you guys are done with those loaner cars, what do you do with them?
So that's a great thing. We have a certified pre-owned vehicle, okay? Here's one right here, the Forester.
Okay.
So basically low mile,
okay?
This one's a 2016, so late model, and it comes with a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty. It's been through a 152-point inspection, and also roadside assistance that whole time.
That's awesome, man. Listen, come down and see my guy, Dave Stanton, over here at Delaware Subaru. It's been fun, man, hanging out with you. I can appreciate that. Listen, 1717 Pennsylvania Avenue. Sports fans! Sports fans!
I'm here to bring you the truth.
Yo, I told you, man. Yo, every time we do it, this is how we do it. All the time. I told you we was going to shine. Who we got on the show today, Joe?
Listen, you don't get no better than this. When you first, yes, he's a basketball legend, but he's a better person. We ain't gonna get into all the accolades. You'll do all that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, sports fans. Today you're in for a treat. The one, the only, Mr. AJ English.
AJ, man.
Appreciate it.
AJ,
Appreciate it.
AJ, jump right in, man. What's up?
Oh man, just blessed to be here, man.
That's right,
Amen,
man.
amen.
That's right.
Just here, man. You know, doing what I do with the kids and the community. Back and forth between Richmond, Virginia, and Wilmington, Delaware, doing the same thing.
That's right.
So got some of my former teammates involved, Harvey Grant and Terry Davis, with this thing. And just did something big with Johnny Newman down for the Retired Players Association.
Nice.
Now we're trying to bring it to Wilmington, Delaware.
Nice. We're going to touch off on that a little bit later. I want to go straight in, man. We go straight in here on Sports Fans. Now, listen, the Rev always talk about how good he was in basketball. Y'all played on the same team. I need to know the truth. We need to know what really happened. When he come off the bench in what quarter, right? What water bottle did he carry? Tell the truth. Hey, look, we give it the real deal on here. You played at Howard right there with him, right?
Absolutely.
You gonna put him right on the spot.
Right on the spot. We go right in, baby. Hey, listen, you ain't got to be nice to him.
That's all you need to know. The best high school team. All time. All time.
So it was a team.
Now, did he play when y'all played intramural, or did he actually play on the team?
Oh, this is great.
He was a Wildcat, man.
Okay.
Oh, baby, you know how we do.
He was a Wildcat.
But loud. Vincent Kent. Man, we was the truth.
He was a Wildcat, brother.
Now talk about that. We talk about the state of Delaware basketball. I mean, you played on Howard High. You guys were incredible, right? This team, I think you just got awarded one of the greatest high school basketball teams in Delaware. Talk about how it was playing now with some of these kids today, the differences you see.
I mean, their approach to the game was totally different. You know, we were serious about what we were doing. You know, what we were doing. That was our way to get out of the inner city. You know, to fund our way to college and make something out of ourselves. You know, forget about the pros and all of that. That was a way out of dealing with all of the things that were going on in Wilmington, Delaware. So that's how we approached the game.
The game was different. You know, you actually, like a lot of people used it for a vehicle, where now, I guess, basketball is, it's not utilized the same way with some of these kids nowadays. More opportunities, different type of games. What do you think?
I think the game hasn't changed. The game won't change. You know, the basket is still 10 feet. You know, the court is still the same size. You know, but the approach to the game has changed. You know, I see a lot of these kids, they like to play basketball. They're not. It's not a love affair with basketball. They're not passionate about it, and it reflects on the court. You know, we were basketball players, but we were basketball players full time. So when the lights weren't on, we were still basketball players. You know, we were in the gym and doing the necessary things to make us better basketball players. You know, and then we came up under good tutelage, man. Great tutelage with Coach Hussey and Steve Lee. You know, they demand our best every day. You know, Huss thing was, you know, AJ, I don't mind you having a bad game, but I mind you have a bad game as far as your effort was concerned. And I tried to make sure that every game I put forth the effort, whether it turned out, you know, for a win or a loss, but we did a lot of winning in high school.
Whole lot of winning.
Whole lot of winning. Whole lot of winning.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, This is what I remember clearly. I remember being in high school and we were, you know, probably the best team ever. But I also remember going to the club and battling at the club with the best players around. I mean, each and every day. I mean, that's what we did. You know what I mean? So I don't see the young people loving it the way we loved it. They more into video games and other things. So that's what I really remember. Let me ask you a question. What's the best football team all time?
Oh, come on, man. I mean, come on, man.
Be careful, man.
Dude, I'm saying, I go back to, you know, the Doomsday defense, Randy White, Harvey Barnett, Tutar Jones, you know.
We got to talk about that.
Sometimes we got to bring it over the steel curtain.
I mean, I don't know what else. You know what I mean? I've never cheered for another squad, but that was the Cowboys.
You know who it is. Yes, America, he said it. The Dallas Cowboys.
AJ, you don't want to take shots at your legacy like that.
But what I'm saying, and besides one of the brothers that I'm still close with, the Harvey Grant, Terry Davis, all of us, you know, we have one person that's a Redskin fan, everybody else a Cowboys
fan.
We make a trip out to the road.
It's all about the Cowboys, baby.
See, you know, I'm a Detroit Lion guy. So I'm a Lions guy. I'm from Detroit and all that.
I got you.
But I want to talk to this. When did you realize that your game, when did you know to say to yourself, you know what, I got a shot to actually make the NBA? I mean, was there a moment that happened when you said, you know what, I actually have a shot? Was it a matter of somebody telling you, or was there something that you was...
Well, Joe Hussey, Coach Hussey was the first person that told me. We were in Middletown and we were going to play a game. I was a junior in high school at the time. And he came in the locker room before the game. It was just me and him in the locker room, and he told me, I don't know what compelled him to tell me, but he was like, you know, I've never coached a player as talented as you, and I think you can be a professional. He said, at what level? I don't know. And so then I still couldn't fathom it, because by that time Terrence wasn't in the NBA at the time. Terrence Stansberry, you know, who I grew up on the West Side, and you know, I grew up, you know, trying to pattern my game after Terrence. You know, he was at Temple, Star at Temple at the time. But the time, I still didn't know. You know, I didn't see what he saw in me. I was 16 years old. You know what I mean? But my sophomore year, I had an opportunity to play on the USA Select team. I was chosen to play on the USA Select team. I was the only Division II player, black college player on that team. The rest of those guys end up being, you know, lottery picks and things of that nature. And I made the team, ended up starting, and I ended up leading the team in scoring.
Wow.
And from that point on, you know, Charles Oakley, he told me, you know, Charles Oakley was the reason I went to Virginia Union in the first place. And he told me that, you know, I just need to keep working hard and doing what I'm doing, and you know, one day, you know, I might be making a living at that.
Wow, that's awesome, man. What pushed you? What pushed you? What was your motivation growing up?
My grandma, man.
Yeah.
I had one of those old school grandmas, man. I used to go to church and want the same feeling that she wanted. So at 8 years old, I gave my life to Christ.
That's what's up.
You know, you know, and because I wanted that same feeling she had, and she told me, you know, one day in the 10th grade that, you know, she was like, baby, you know, you can do it. You know what I mean? She didn't know.
Yeah.
but I believed because she believed.
That's right.
You know, and her being the woman that she is, that is strong in faith, I was like, oh, okay. So I started letting that consume me. They say don't put all your eggs in one basket, but
put them all there.
I ain't have another basket. I only had one basket. So
Yeah, one basket.
that's it, man.
You know what amazes me for all that you've done, AJ, and for those that don't know, he was Player of the Year.
That's right.
When he was in college.
That's right.
NBA.
That's right.
And did all these different things. And you still understood the true value of putting in the work, the hard work.
Right.
You got these kids now, they put in a good 2 weeks of hard work and think they ready. I mean, let's talk to that a little bit. And also, based on what Rev said about playing in those rec leagues and going to the different, do you think AAU has commercialized it a lot? And take away the competitiveness, because now these kids are all buddy-buddy kind of now through the AAU circuit.
Yeah, it's good and bad. Like, coming from a small state like Delaware, I didn't have the opportunities these kids had. You know, we didn't have the AAU circuit. So when I stepped in McGonigal Hall, that was my AAU.
Right.
And I only have one game, you know, and it might be 3 months before I can showcase my talents again. These kids, they'll go, especially if you're on the circuit, meaning Adidas, Under Armour, Nike, because my boys played on the circuit. So they have a platform like no other.
Of course.
And so what the sneaker companies do now, they keep all of the kids, not only in the area, but around the country on this same circuit.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And that's how they, you know, that's how they critique the kids. That's how they measure them up to, you know, where they're supposed to be as far as, you know, making money off the kids. Because if you're on the Under Armour circuit, they're going to try to push you to an Under Armour school, Nike, and so forth. You know, but we got a lot of low-level AAU programs that's, it's about a moneymaker.
Right.
And the kids aren't being developed.
Understandable.
The sneaker companies, they have the funding behind them, so they don't have to charge the kids anything. Actually, they do way more giving than they do taking, you know, because it's non-profit, so they have to, you know, that thing has to end up in zero at the end of the, you know what I mean, the end of the fiscal year, so they take care of the kids.
Right. Because you and I know it's not about the actual program, it's about that kid.
Oh, that's all it is.
Right. So that's why the lower levels don't get that same opportunity.
Right. You got to have the kid.
Right. But I'm alluding to the fact that Kevin Durant is cool with Draymond Green, because they done seen each other.
Oh, absolutely.
When we played, you wanted to find out who AJ English was. You had to get on a bus or drive all the way down to the city or get all the way out there. We didn't have YouTube to see. You had to actually go see them and then work on your game. Where now they could go on YouTube, see how they play, do this and do that. And so it was a lot harder to be prepared because you never knew who you was actually going up against.
Absolutely. But we grew up in a blessed time, man.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if you remember that Sunny Hill League.
Come on, the best.
Woo! That Sunny Hill League during that time, it was 10 NBA players in that league at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I played with Doug, Larry Stewart, Hank, Bo, Lionel Simmons, Dwayne Coswell. We were all in the league at the same time, and we were 16, 17-year-old kids, not knowing what the future holds. But that's how serious we were about basketball. So I don't think that would ever happen again. You know, that's all time. I mean, that's God's will. That's all of the stars lining up at the same time, man. So I was able, a kid from Delaware, you know, able to go up to Philly and hone my skills. Because these Pooh Richardson and these guys were going to end up being pros. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. So
I got to tell this story because we had Lattell Vaughn on the show a couple shows back, and he said, yeah, I told him we was having AJ English on the show. He said, yeah, John, remember the AJ English came up here to Philly, and we was like, who's this kid from Delaware? Everybody talking about he's so good, and we, you know, and we had Bo Kimball, we had Hank Gambers, so we was like, he's about to get a real lesson in basketball. He said, man, I don't know what happened. He gave us about 40. 40 burgers. The 40 burgers. I was like, he's like, man, and then like everybody in the gym was trying to figure out who was this kid they was talking about from Delaware, and I think that's what's missing because you came in the gym and say, forget the names. Like you just said, basketball's still the same. Speak to that because it takes a certain type of something here to say, I don't care what your name is. I'm going to come bring the noise.
That's right.
That's Wilmington, Delaware, man. That's survival skill that we had growing up. When you played in Price's Park, there wasn't no age. You didn't play in your age bracket. If you wanted to play, you played with the older guys, the guys that were coming back from college, and you know what I mean. And if you could play with them, then you knew you had a ride. You know what I mean? So I never got caught up. Me personally, I never got caught up in names. Yeah. You know, I had an opportunity to meet Mike. You know, Oak would bring Jordan down to the basketball camps at Virginia Union my freshman year in college. Right. Wow. And for me, that was the first time I was in awe of a basketball player. Right. Wow. Right. You know, so from that point on, I wasn't in awe of anybody because I mean, he went down as the best ever.
Talk about that. Talk about the different levels. All right, so you high school ball player, you're great. Everybody's good at high school. College, that gap between high school and college is incredible. Talk about the gap between college and the pros. Okay. And then not only in the pros, but from being a basketball player in the pros to a guy like Mike Jordan or All-Stars. How's that? What's the difference? And does politics play a major part in those things? But on a basketball level first, talk to that.
Well, from high school, I go from high school being, you know, Mr. Everything in Delaware to going to Virginia Union, and I'm on the same team with two other NBA players at a Division II school. And I visit, you know, other Division I schools at the time. I was Prop 48. That's why I ended up at Virginia Union D2. But all these other kids were there for the same reason. Wow. Terry Davis, who ended up being 12 years, 13 years in the NBA, who was my roommate for 3 years. That was my center, whose son Ed Davis plays with Portland. And Jamie Waller, who was the man on the team at that time, was drafted to the New Jersey Nets that year. And we had one other kid that was Tony Dallas, who was an NBA player but broke his leg his senior year. So I go from being a big fish in a small pond to being an average sized fish in a medium pond. You know what I mean? You know, so you know.
Did that keep going with it? But did that affect your confidence a little bit? Did you waver a little bit?
Oh no.
Did you get here and say, or did you get here and say, you know what, I'm a rock?
Oh no.
I'm gonna show them how to.
Oh no. I went boldly to the throne, man. It wasn't. It wasn't no question about it because I knew I had put in the work, and I knew I was going to continue to put in the work. Wow. So, you know, I was blessed to be a starter the very first time I stepped on Virginia Union's campus. You know, I started, but I couldn't start. The funny thing is, I was a scorer, and we had a Tony Dallas who was just a better shooter than me at the time. So if I was going to start, I had to start at the point guard. Wow. So that was college, and then of course
that was your freshman year.
That was my freshman year. Okay. Then my sophomore year, you know, got better, and I kept working. What I did is I stayed down there in the summertime. You know, we had all of the pros that are from that area, like Tim Legler and Johnny Newman.
Tim Legs.
You had Gerald Henderson. Oh yeah, you had some players. So we would all play. We would play against them in the summertime. Awesome. So if I could hold my own against them,
you knew.
Absolutely. So by the time I got to the NBA, to be honest, I was pissed off.
Yeah, talk, man.
Yeah, you know,
talk, man.
I was pissed off because I was projected to go top 20 and end up slipping to the 37th pick.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
So you know, and the thing was because I was coming out of D2, black college, so they were able to get away with that. So that's the first time I ever experienced politics.
Okay.
You know, that's the first time I ever experienced politics as far as basketball.
Okay.
But the blessing in it was I ended up being drafted to Washington, and Wes Unseld was the head coach. Right. And he was old school. And his thing was, if you get it done, you're allowed to get it done. You know what I mean? And I came in, I bust my behind, and I ended up starting, and I was the first rookie that year to score 30 in the league. And the next year I ended up a starter.
Yeah. So I remember, I'm gonna let you go there, but I remember trading one of his basketball cards. He Blaylock. Go ahead. What you had?
I was gonna say to kind of get them to understand when you said Wes Unseld was there and he was old school. Yeah. So it's safe to say that you saw a lot of Wes Unseld, what you saw in your high school coach. Yeah. And those type kind of vibes. So you're like, if I can go ahead and do for him what I did here, I know I got an honest chance. It's an even playing field now.
Right. No doubt.
Absolutely. When Wes called me, he called Well, John Nash called me that night. John Nash, he had just left the Sixers. And I was in his first drafting class with Washington. He's a Philly guy, so he watched me grow up. You know what I mean? And he told me, he said, AJ, I know you're probably upset that you didn't go first round or whatever. Yeah, I was honest with him. He was like, but I think this is a great situation. You're going to be able to get on the floor right away, that type deal. So what I did is went to free agent camp with no contract.
Wow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I gambled, and I just, and I ended up going out there and was one of the top 2 scorers in the free agent camp. So I ended up getting a contract equivalent to a late first rounder.
Now that was the past. That was the past.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the future. Your son.
That's what we talk about.
Yeah, real
Tell me
deal.
about your son.
Humble kid, man.
Yeah.
Humble kid. I mean, what you see is what you get. I mean, he has that fire.
Right.
But he's not. Never boisterous. He's almost too giving.
Yes.
In basketball, sometimes you gotta be a little selfish.
Right.
And that's gonna be for the betterment of the team as well.
Right.
But AJ sometimes he doesn't mind deferring.
Right.
He came out of that a little bit this year over in Europe, in Germany.
Yes.
Started putting up some good numbers.
Yes.
Now he has some real good money on the table, and he has to make a decision. What he's going to do. So,
Oh yeah, that's good.
but a great kid.
I talked to Deontay Christmas, right?
Right.
And he said one of the key things with him when he was playing overseas, he was having a good career, but he wanted to come to the NBA. That was his thing. And again, you don't necessarily have to speak for your son, but if the opportunity presents itself, do you think he'd much rather, obviously, be in the NBA or play overseas? And talk to that because I've seen his college career, which is incredible, exceptional.
Yes, sir.
And personally, I don't see a better shooter out there. I mean, there's some shooters in the league, obviously. He went over to Golden State, and it's a tough spot to be, right, with all those shooters. But NBA, I can see that there. So talk to that, why he didn't get drafted, maybe.
Yeah, it's in the cards for him. But AJ is a converted 2 guard.
Yeah.
For me, it was a little different because I was converted point guard.
Gotcha.
I was a point that moved to the 2. He was a 2 that moved to the point.
Gotcha.
So it's in the cards just because he's a gym rat.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's what he does. Eat, sleep. It is what it is for AJ. He has a different focus. He grew up under a dad that was a professional.
Yeah.
So some of the learning curves that I had, he understands time management. He understands, how to take care of his body, what to eat, what not to eat. Things I had to learn later on.
Wow.
I was trying to take care of the family. He don't have to. He got to take care of himself.
That's all right.
So he has a whole different focus. But if he's going to do it, and we just had this conversation because he just came back from the mini camp with the Toronto Raptors. It has to be done in the next 3 years or so because basketball, your best basketball is 28 to 32.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
So it got to be done by then.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, we need to bring him back.
Oh, we're gonna bring him back.
because let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you this. My son played ball, and my son was blessed enough to work out with you a little bit, and the way that you give back, the fact that you accomplish so much, and the fact that you're so humble. It's just it's a blessing. It's an amazing thing. But now I see why you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And now I see where that foundation comes from. I can tell you, man, it's a blessing. You're a class act. Continue to do what you do, man. We definitely gonna get you back. But I do want to say this. We got the celebrity game coming up.
July 8th.
July 8th. If you can't come down there and shoot, come down there and coach something, we want to say right here officially, make you a part, because listen, there's going to be some ballers out there. Make you a part of this July 8th game. If you're in town, come on out to support it. You're going to come down or what?
I'm here, man.
Hey, so just confirm.
Before we let him go,
I don't want you to shoot.
Before we
Come
let him go,
play.
you gonna
play with sports fans?
Like he said, he wasn't in awe. I was always in awe when meeting him, because this is true legend right here.
That's right.
So AJ, other people want to meet you, work out with you, know what you do. How do they contact you? You got a website out there, Instagram or Twitter or something? Can you talk to that a little bit?
It's AJEnglishbball.com. But the thing that I'm doing, that I'm most proud of right now is the English lessons mentoring program.
Okay.
All right, good.
You know,
Keep going.
you know, we just, you know, by the grace of God, we just awarded a very big grant to,
Nice.
Wow.
to go in and continue our services in the schools.
Nice.
You know, where we're dealing with inner city at-risk youth, you know, life skills, you know, we dangle that, that's the carrot.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
once we get them in, then we can get them the conflict resolution and things of that nature, man. And because we're not under, you know, the school system or the Boys and Girls Club or whatever, man, you know, God is in the midst of it. So,
Right.
Wow.
you know,
Amen,
so,
amen.
so we're doing the same thing down in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, so you don't have to adjust what you're doing. You can just do what God's
Absolutely.
called you to do.
Absolutely.
That's it,
Great.
man.
I'm sorry, man. I can't believe I'm sitting next to him.
Go ahead, man.
I've known him for a long time,
He's
man.
doing the ball, too.
I thank you.
Listen,
Hey,
when
go
we
ahead.
played in high school, all I had to do was rebound the ball. AJ's gonna shoot.
Funny thing,
He was gonna shoot.
funny thing about that, AJ, now that we play, all you gotta do is rebound the ball.
Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed. All you gotta do is rebound the ball. Same
So,
different, man.
I want to say publicly thank you, man.
Absolutely,
I'm serious,
brother.
because as many times you've allowed me to
Blessing.
come down
Yeah.
to the
Absolutely,
pound and
man.
teach.
That's nothing,
And like you
man.
say, hey, Joe, won't you come down? I want you just to be in the gym. Whether I got to teach or talk,
Yeah.
I was appreciative.
Oh, brother,
and we
that's
had some
right.
other things that we connected with. I'm going to leave that, hey,
Yeah.
guys, that's between us.
fellowship.
But I truly want to thank you, man.
That's
You've
right.
always been there for me. You've always been there for me.
It's fellowship.
Hey, listen, man, we got my main man, AJ English, came down. Give it up for him, man. Give it up. So listen, we'll be right back with a moment of truth. Sports fans!
Sports fans, what's up? I told you I was coming down to Delaware Cadillac. This building's been here 100 years. That's incredible. I'm down here with my main man, John Danzy. John Danzy, what's up?
Dorian, how are you, buddy?
I'm excited, man. I'm glad to be here. Listen, now I talk about Cadillac all the time on Sports Fans.
Right.
And I talk about this place being here 100 years. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Delaware Cadillac has been here since 1916.
Wow.
And actually, up until 1966 was the sole distributorship for the Delmarva Peninsula.
Wow.
Until in 1982, the current ownership took over, and now it's known as Delaware Cadillac.
Man, that's incredible. Let me ask you a question. Now, when I think about Cadillac, I think about luxury. What are some of the things people can expect when they walk into a Delaware Cadillac showroom?
Well, look at the showroom. When you come into our showroom, it's beautiful. We have the
Absolutely.
brand new XT5 here, which replaced the 2016 SRX. We have Escalades, and the all-new CT6 sedan. You want luxury? That car epitomizes luxury.
Now listen, the Rev's always on the show and he's always talking about how cool Cadillac is, and he's talking about when he brings his car to service. What can they expect when they come down to service?
Oh, service is our middle name. You come in for service, you're going to get a loaner car out of our service department. And it's not a loaner car like they do at Enterprise or Avis. You're going to get a Cadillac.
Wow.
You come in an Escalade, you're leaving in an Escalade.
Love it. Listen, let me ask you another deal. Now, of course, thinking about Cadillac, we're thinking about expensive, right? We're thinking about expensive taste when you're looking at a Cadillac. What kind of deals can somebody expect?
Lease deals. Lease deals is where the deals are at. We can lease an all-new 2017 Cadillac Escalade for $799 a month for 36 months.
That's awesome, man. So come on down and see my main man, John Danzy. John Danzy, what's the address?
1606 Pennsylvania Avenue, right off I-95, exit 7.
Exceptional service, first time, every time at Delaware Cadillac. Come see us.
It's your boy, the Rev. I'm here at Delaware Cadillac. Listen, I'm here to bring you the truth. Delaware Cadillac is the truth. Come on down. Come see us.
That's what I'm talking about. Come see John Danzy and the rest of the salespeople here at Delaware Cadillac. Sports fans!
Game Changers, located on Route 40 in Newark and Elizabeth Plaza, is one of the only crab houses in the area. Now with a brand new patio for outside dining for many seafood dishes, featuring the best crab cakes in town, to shrimp, clams, oysters, crabs, you name it. Happy hours from 11 to 6 with a $5 menu. And you can get $1 colossal shrimp, $1 fried oysters, and all you can eat crabs when available. Plus, Bud and Corona Light draft specials all day long. Game Changers, come down and see us.
Sports fans, what's up? I told you I was coming down here to Delaware Subaru. I came down and I met my main man, Dave Stanton. What's up, Dorian? How you doing? How you doing, man?
Excellent.
Listen, I see why you guys are rated #1.
Thank you,
I
man.
came down here, you guys treated me like family. I appreciate that.
Well, that's what we want to do. We want everybody to feel like family, and we want to send them home in a great car.
What kind of models do you guys offer down here?
We got the IMPREZA, which is our small sedan, also in a 5-door.
Nice.
We got our CROSSTREK, which is our small crossover. Then we have our legacy sedan, OUTBACK. Everybody knows about the OUTBACK. You also have the Forester, which is our bigger SUV. And then the WRX, our sports car. Now the really cool thing is every car is standard all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. Now what do you mean by all-wheel drive?
So all-wheel drive means every wheel has power going to it. And that's different than a lot of other manufacturers' all-wheel drive. Their all-wheel drive is reactionary. So something has to slip before it works. Where ours, it's already on. All power going to all 4 wheels.
That's incredible. So I guess in harsh weather conditions or something like that, all-wheel drive will probably be amazing.
Absolutely. It also reacts faster, so that split second might be the difference between you getting out of the way or hitting something.
You guys got a very good reputation. What separates you from these other Subaru dealerships that's close and nearby?
Well, one of the main things is our service department. We got a top-rated service department, and also our customer service satisfaction ratings are very high in sales, actually #1 in the area. And I get a lot of my people from service come over and buy cars just because of how great our service department is. We offer loaner cars.
Nice.
So if you buy your car here, you need a loaner car, but give it one.
When you guys are done with those loaner cars, what do you do with them?
So that's a great thing. We have a certified pre-owned vehicle, okay? Here's one right here, the Forester.
Okay.
So basically low mile,
okay.
This one's a 2016, so late model, and it comes with a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty. It's been through a 152-point inspection, and also roadside assistance that whole time.
That's awesome, man. Listen, come down and see my guy, Dave Stanton, over here at Delaware Subaru. It's been fun, man, hanging out with you. I can appreciate that. Listen, 1717 Pennsylvania Avenue. Sports fans!
It's your boy, the Rev. Listen, NBA Summer League is about to start. We about to see all these young players step on the court and show what they have. You say, well, Rev, who's the best young team in the NBA today? Is it Boston? Is it Washington? Who is it? I'm gonna tell you who it is. It's the Philadelphia 76ers. That's right, go get your tickets right now. The Sixers are on their way to the top. I like everything about this team. They're young, they're talented, they're long. I told you last year, rewind the tape, look at last year, I told you. Last time I seen Ben Simmons, I said it looked like he grew. The boy done grew. That's right, the Sixers are on their way to the top. I think 2 years, this is Rev talking, in 2 years, the Sixers will be the best team in the league. And LeBron James, you know, he a fouler. He gonna join the Sixers so he can try to win a championship again. That's all he does, is join teams that has talent to win a championship. So he's coming to Philly. Philly, get ready. LeBron James be here in about 2 years. Watch and see. It's the Rev. I'm here to bring you the truth.
Sports fans! Hey man, the truth be on something. He's talking about the Sixers being tough in 2. I give him 3, maybe 4, but I'm right there with him. 40-win season, maybe.
No.
You think he's on it? Y'all think he's gonna be?
I like that 2 is about right on time, man.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man?
You know, they just picked up Amir Johnson as well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. I mean, they need some veteran leadership.
I'll tell you, I was at yesterday, I was at some place and I said to somebody, football season right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
And they said to me, well, you know, I'm a diehard football guy, but I like what the 76ers have done.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing all right.
You know, this from a football
Trust the process.
guy, local guy. He said, and he's with you. He said 2 years. And they're going to be there.
I think
45 wins next year, though.
Yeah, 45 wins next year.
Well, I mean,
they're in the playoff, 45 wins.
Yes.
The next year, they're going to be one of the top teams in the
They're going to make
conference.
some noise.
you had some veteran leadership over there, I think you'd be okay.
That's why I think they got J.J. Redick in. They just brought in Amir Johnson. And a lot of people kind of forgot about Amir Johnson. He put up great numbers at Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
He put up great numbers at Toronto. And then he went over to Boston Celtics. So he's coming out of a great system. And he's going to bring that leadership, that professionalism to these young guys. And I think they're on the right path.
Oh, they're on the right path.
They're definitely on the right
They're
path.
on the right path.
Yeah.
Yo,
I think, oh yeah, give it up for our guest,
come
though,
on, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
AJ
man.
English, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. AJ English.
Wow.
You know, They shows what lives here in Delaware. That people don't realize. But now I got to say, I know now why the Revs, Howard High School was so good back in the day.
Yeah.
And Revs always talk the stuff, you know. And how good
I got to give it up for Rev. I got your back on
Next,
it.
we're going to find out Akeem played on our team, too.
I'm going to tell you something. You all know we played on a team this year, and we got eliminated from the postseason. last week. It was rough.
Bad coaching. That was
bad coaching. Big Mike let us down.
I'm going to throw Mike on.
But let me tell you. But let me tell you. I'm walking through on the way to the court. And I didn't believe this because, I thought the ref makes all this stuff up, right? Really didn't believe he was a pastor until I went to the church. Now I believe it. But let me tell you, guy walked past the guy and he says, "You know who you walking with?" And I'm like, "Yeah, me." I'm thinking he talking to ref. Said the guy was a legend. Couldn't believe it. So I heard it live. So he played with AJ. So you got to give him credit. Got to give credit where credit's due. Maybe the guy didn't know what he was watching. I don't know if he was talking about ping pong. I didn't really know. But he said Rev is a legend. So I got to give it up.
Rev legend.
Yeah.
All time great.
Hurts me to say that.
Well, he gets a lot of applause when he brings that water out to us guys.
Well, legendary.
But that was Howard High School that year was a couple of years there. You guys kind of ruled the nest here in Delaware.
Dominated. Around the country. Around the country.
Yeah. It's incredible to be on a team like that. You remember playing with these guys. What was it like to have a team like that on that level?
Well, Stan Waterman's on that team.
Wow.
Aaron Gosa, Joe Carson, Vincent Kent. So many people I can't even name. But of all of them, you're talking about maybe 15 to 16 people that went off to play in college.
Wow.
In 3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you're not talking about just
on scholarship.
On scholarship, you're on scholarship.
You're lucky if you get one now.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. So I'm talking about a really good team.
That's incredible. Was that a lot with the coaching that you talked to Howard at the time? Was it the system or?
Coaching was great.
Yeah.
But also at the time, Howard is still a Votech school. But as a Votech school, you chose to go to Howard.
Yeah, right.
So what would happen is, and somebody told me this one time, and it made sense. When you went to Howard, you had players from all over the city of Wilmington.
Right.
Like AJ Inglisby from the east side. I'm from the north side.
Right.
Lim Jordan from the north side. We had people from everywhere, and it allowed us to be like a city team.
Did they do recruiting back then?
You weren't supposed to recruit.
Yeah, but I didn't say you're supposed to.
Yeah. We can't say that right now. You want to distribute your award away, Tim? Exclusive.
Put it like this. If you heard from somebody who heard from somebody who heard from somebody that the coach was telling you to come over there,
because people don't realize it, because being from Texas, that happened quite a bit in football down in Texas. Here it was basketball and a few other things, but it definitely was taking place.
Can you assemble a team like that now?
But you know what? It's the old saying that players bring players.
That's right.
It's the old saying that players bring players. And back then, your coach used to always say, hey, if you believe in the school, you believe in the system, go tell someone else.
Tell somebody.
And it's just like me telling you about a good movie.
Right.
Ain't no different. But a lot of people wanted to put something on it because it was basketball.
Well, can you do it now is the question.
Yeah, well, let me say, I know as far as 1989, I experienced that. I saw that taking place when McAdoo Dixon was from the city of Wilmington, and you got Caravel way out here. So it's called, these private schools, it's called scholarships. Mm-hmm. So you got these kids who, they like that better education. I'm all for that. And you got the talent, you can play sports and get the better education. Right. Why not? And you talk about it today with the players getting paid in college. They're talking about doing that. Well, you're getting paid by a better education. The better you are, the better school you can go.
Yeah, I got a saying in my household to my kids. I said, listen, education is not fair. So the more education you get, the better position you're going to be in.
Right.
And the same thing with talent, right? Talent's not fair. If you got talent, you have talent. You should always put yourself in the best position, no matter what. So I think that's what it is. And what I mean by can it be done today is, I guess it's called scholarships, but you can't really bring a team together just on choice here in Delaware, can you? Because I think what I'm trying to say is, will there be another team? A team that was designed and built.
Yeah, they got it now that you can pick schools within your district.
Okay.
But now there's not, because like man AJ spoke about, and this, Rev, the AAU has made is where the relevance is now.
Not the high school.
So not the high school, which is a sad state.
Because they play on the same team anyway.
The college coach would come to the high school. Now the college coaches are all on the circuit. So now where April is open or is live period, so the colleges come out on the front end, where before they only made them come out on the back end, which was July.
Yeah.
But now they're saying, hey, they see the importance of it, so they come out right after high school is finished around championship around March.
Yes.
Right in the March area. So in April, college coaches are out in the circuit. So AAU, like AJ was talking about, the kids out there in that circuit, whether it's Nike or Under Armour, Adidas, so they can come out now. So why take that necessary trip, waste all that money to come to one high school to see one player?
Well, you can go see
when you go to when you go to a college tournament, AAU tournament,
So you got
see 30, 40 guys.
So you got these guys that are sponsoring this SA that are going into the different high schools and bringing the best of the best together.
But yeah, based on whatever that that coach or like we said, players bring players, and so they want to go over there. So you got your We Are One, your team finals, your DC assaults, your team takeovers. You got these high-powered AAU programs that they have these kids because now those college coaches are coming out. I mean, we used to do these tournaments, man, and you walk in, every college coach is there.
Right.
And you got 100-something college coaches sitting over there. So it's hard for a high school coach to get those kids. Because now the kids saying, I don't really have to play at a certain school. As long as I play in the right AAU circuit, I'm going to go see. Right.
Well, that's what we should be telling these local high school coaches right now, college coaches, to be down here on. You got
right.
coming in.
Well, to speak to that, I mean that's a serious thing, because to speak to that, then it's probably in the best interest for a high school coach to be an AAU coach.
Well,
right?
but it's a conflict of interest.
Right.
But as Rev said, when he had his team, it used to be a difference because the high school coach used to have relationships, personal relationship with the college coaches. So they would actually call them and say, yo, so you'd have 15, 20 coaches at a Howard game because the coach knew everybody. Now the AAU have taken that power away from coach because now the coach can come and see them at a certain time and they only have a certain budget to come out and see the kids, which is sad, but it's the nature of the beast now.
That's right. And don't forget, at that time, when I played in high school, your family, your friends, they would have to see you play in high school. That's the only place they could see you. Now you have you travel all around.
Right.
So you watch them on live.
ESPN.
You watch them anywhere now.
It's amazing how the game has changed.
Because if you're in high school and you barely getting any minutes, your family came and waited and come to see you at a game, but you might only get in there for 2 minutes. They got to wait another week before they see you play.
That's right.
Where they can go on a weekend on an AAU circuit and it's 5 games, so they know you're going to play.
Well, here's a good question.
So that's what's
Will
going
it
on.
ever come to a point, and maybe it's not because it's amateur sports, where you say, hey, you can't play both? You can't play high school?
Too much money now.
Too much money involved.
Too much money involved.
That's what it's all about.
It's all about. It's all about. Hey, listen. Bottom line, it's all about the money.
Life is about the money.
That's how you talk about Steph Curry with this $201 million contract.
Woo!
How at your boy?
Remember when he said, when we talked about this last year, a couple years ago, we talked about Steph Curry said, I don't count anybody else's money.
Right.
I see why.
I know that's right.
Hey, but not only that. So I got into an argument with a guy. He said, the NBA contracts is out of control. He said, nah, where does it stop? I said, wait a minute, why should it stop? The Warriors, he bought that team. I mean, look at that stat. But 3 years or 4 years, he bought that team, the owner, for, what was it, 19 million, 119 million, something like that. The team's worth $2.5 billion. So, listen, he's not getting paid enough.
I mean, come on, are you kidding me? The owners are billionaires.
It's incredible.
The TV contract is in the billions.
It's incredible.
Tens of billions now. So the little bit of money they're giving these guys, it's not even. Come on, Victor Oladipo is making $21 million. Are you kidding me?
There you go. You got to look at it just like a business. So
it is a business.
If I own a business and the going rate's this much per hour,
that's what it's the going rate.
And see, unfortunately, in our society, many people don't know how much money is out there to be made. So when they see somebody with $200 million, they thinking, ooh, that's a lot of money. But it's a lot of money out there to be made.
In general.
Oh, yes.
You can't get too caught up.
I can remember guys that graduated with me. Now I'm going to date myself. Mike Renfro left and went to college, TCU, left TCU and was drafted by the Houston Oilers. Went down there. $50,000, man, he was rich.
Right.
Tony Franklin came up here and kicked, barefoot kicker, remember him?
I remember, number one.
He was our football
fat guy.
fullback back in the day. Little short guy, didn't have no teeth, but we won't talk about how he lost them, but he comes up here and he come home and big old limousine, and he was filthy rich. $50,000. Yeah, but it's but that's how much has changed in that shorter time. I mean, and every year it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean,
I say listen. You get as much as you possibly can get.
Hell yeah.
And Lonzo Ball don't look too crazy now, do it?
I'm gonna make my money.
Yeah, you get as much money as you possibly
Ain't got no
can.
problem with it.
Well, here's the problem you have now with these young guys and everything else. This is the biggest problem I see, is they get this money.
Yeah.
And they go through it.
Yeah.
Like it's candy, and the bigger houses and everything else, and they leave the game. They made all this money and they're broke.
Well,
but it happens more and more.
But that's not an NBA thing. That's not an NFL thing. That's not a major. They get all the tell. You could tell them everything you want.
Yeah.
But when you think you're grown, it's just like my regular old kid living in my house.
Sure.
When my son said, "Well, I'm grown." Well, you grown making $17 an hour. How you gonna tell some kid that's grown making $17 million?
Yeah. It's
When they think it's theirs, it's their money. They can do what they want to do with it.
That's a fundamental thing. That's a societal thing. But that's a whole different ball game.
That's a culture.
Yeah, that's a culture thing.
If you don't understand the value of money, you
gonna blow
won't
it.
appreciate money.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, especially some of these young guys coming in, there should be a way that they can get get this on that back end.
Well, look at the agent for Bobby Bonilla, right? He's getting paid $1 million every July 1st.
$1.5 million right now at 54.
Yeah,
at 54 years old, he's still getting $1 million. It all depends.
He had a great agent.
People are getting the right people.
Hey, I want to say one thing though. My man Paul Kennedy, man, he bought a car down at Auto Team Delaware, and we told him to give him a shout out. He called the man with a van.
The man with a van.
My man Paul Kennedy, he said he's man with the van. Get Paul Kennedy a call 1-800-575-6006. Man with a van.
Now, what's he do with that van?
Hey man, listen, he put vans throughout the city, and he'll move you for $100.
That's what I want to find out. What's he offering to do with that van?
Man with a van.
Let me ask you a question.
Look at
What he gonna move in that little thing right here? What he moving?
Man, Paul Kennedy, give it up for him. I told him I was gonna give him a shout out today.
You gave him a shout out.
That won't even hold one of your bow ties.
I can't hold one of my boats. Get out of here.
And we got it real quick if we can. Let's talk about July 8th next
July
week.
8th, man.
Man, we want to thank Optimum Health Group. Thank you for sponsoring. Auto Team Delaware once again stepping up. Oh man, we're gonna have some great people in there.
Next week.
The tickets are only $10. 3 games, $10. Come on out. Yo, thank you once again. Good fathers, Mark Richardson. You guys doing a great job. And my girl, Mrs. Finney, Lyrical Math.
Newark High School.
Yes.
AJ English will be in there.
Oh, just confirmed. Just confirmed.
He'll be there.
Ponzo Meeks. Don't forget Wilmington's own. Yo, let's support some of our local guys out here and come on out. And don't forget, we heard it here on The Truth. Rev said he's dunking on everybody from who?
Whoever steps up gets dunked on.
And on Saturday.
If Michael Jordan shows up, he gets dunked on.
And every Saturday from 11 to 12:30, Route 4, Route
If
72.
Shaq shows up, he gets dunked on.
All from ages 7 to 14.
Next week on
Chuck
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July.
Hey!
Enjoy it.
I'm here to bring you the truth.
I'm the baby of the